Hello, my name is Eric Garza. This video is for EDSU 531. It's a flip video on creating and solving inequalities, which is part of my 6-week unit plan. Again, this is for an integrated 1 math class. Usually it's 9th, 10th grade. Behind me I have the learning objective or the Common Core Math Standards. A-CED.3 represent constraints by equations or inequalities and by systems of equations and or inequalities, and interpret solutions as viable or non-viable options in a modeling context. The learning objective is to describe a real-world situation that can be modeled by an inequality and write the inequality. So today, class, I will be going over creating and solving inequalities. The essential question for this section is, how do you write and solve an inequality that represents a real-world situation? So before we get into actually creating these inequalities, I want to go over a couple of the symbols that we will be using when we are creating these inequalities. First, let me define an inequality. It is a statement that compares two expressions that are not strictly equal by using one of the following inequality signs. So again, an inequality is something that does not have a definite answer. It has multiple answers. So for example, we have here the sign here. If you look at it, it kind of looks like an offset L, right? So I like to view this one as an L, and this symbol, its meaning is less than, okay? The symbol below it has the same symbol with a little dash on the bottom. Okay, again, looking at it as an L, this meaning is less than or equal to. So the dash on the bottom of the offset L means equal to. So we have less than or equal to. This symbol here is a backwards L. Okay, so if you see that symbol, that meaning is greater than. Okay, so the backwards L means greater than. Again, we have the backwards L with the dash on the bottom. This is greater than or equal to. Okay? Now, the symbol that is an equal sign with a little dash or diagonal going across it, this symbol means is not equal to. So if you see something with the equal sign that's, split with that diagonal line, that means not equal to. Okay, so let's get into how we're going to be creating and solving these inequalities. So you've probably seen a sign at an amusement park saying something like, you must be at least 48 inches tall to ride this ride. This statement can be written as H is greater than or equal to 48 inches. Again, you've seen this sign somewhere at an amusement park saying that you have to be at least 48 inches to be able to get on this ride. Okay, so you have to be 48 inches or taller. Okay, so some of your smaller siblings may have not been able to get on the ride with you. Okay, so this could be written as this inequality. Height, or we're gonna replace it with the variable h, is greater than or equal to 48 inches. Okay, so we will be dealing with something similar to that. So, for example, Nora is planning a birthday party for her little sister Colleen. Nora's budget will allow her to spend no more than $50. 8 children, including Colleen, will attend the party, and Nora wants to determine how much she should or could spend on party favors for each child. She will also purchase a cake for $10. Write an inequality that represents the situation and find possible solutions. Okay, so the first step is we need to create an inequality, or we need to start off with the first part of this inequality. Okay, so first, let's see represent the cost of a party favor for each child, which is already written there for you. Write an expression for the total cost of the party as a function of C. So, she mentioned, or the paragraph mentions that there's going to be 8 children at this party. Okay, and she wants to buy party favors for each of these children. Okay, the party favors cost is replaced by the variable of C. So it's going to be 8 times the cost of each party favor because there's 8 children attending. It also states that she's going to be buying a $10 cake. So we're going to be adding 10. This is going to be the first part of our inequality. B, which inequality symbol should be used to represent the phrase no more than? So again, her budget is no more than $50. So which symbol will she be using? If she wants to spend $50 or less, she's going to be using the less than or equal to symbol. Okay, so now we're going to complete this inequality. So we have 8C plus 10, which we've created. We're going to use our symbol, and we're going to put her budget goal, which was $50. 50. D, suppose Nora finds party favors that cost $4 each. Use a value of 4 for C and check to see if this inequality is true. So basically what they want us to do is they want us to use 4 and replace it for C. We're going to substitute 4 in for the letter C. So they have it written out for you. 8 times 4 plus 10 is less than or equal to 50. Well, what is 8 times 4? 32. Plus 10, that equals 42. Is 42 less than or equal to 50? Yes, it is, right? So she could spend $4 on each of these party favors. Okay, so let's move on to the next page. E states, is this inequality true? Does 42, or is 42 in fact less than or equal to 50? And we've already established that it's yes. F, could Nora buy $6 party favors for all of her guests without going over her budget? So this means, can she spend $6 on 8 party favors and not go over her budget? Well, let's see. So we're going to play, basically we're replacing $6 in for the letter C. It's going to be 8 times 6 plus 10 is less than or equal to 50. 8 times 6 is 48. Plus 10 is less than 50. 48 plus 10 is 58. Is less than or equal to 50. Now, is that in fact so? Is 58 less than or equal to 50? And the answer would be no. So therefore, she cannot spend $6 on each of these party favors. Thank you for listening. I hope that you understood the instruction, and thank you for your time.